p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursdays, though, if you can't get enough Meet Me, you're a Meet Me fan, you want to know what's going on, Meet Me, you want the rumors busted, you want to know about who got their top badge last week, you want to be up to date with contests and who's winning them, make sure that you check out Talent Team Thursday. That's Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All of these shows are at Eastern Standard Time. Meet Me Official goes live. We had Tabitha, who's in the chat. She was on the other week. She had a load of things to say about how she orders her fast food and other things that we had no preparation for to know that she was going to bless us with knowing. So thanks for that. That was a good one. Definitely a memorable talent team for sure. All right, so what else is going on Thursdays? I'm proud to announce officially that the Carmen Sandiego has the newest Meet Me official show on the app. Not only is the name absolutely banging, which it's called Gore Couture, like, or is it Gore Couture? Yeah, it sounds like a brand. Like, oh, what are you wearing? I'm wearing Gore Couture. I don't know. It's all about the neck movement when you talk about what your fit is. Like, what are you wearing? Revlon. Is Revlon a good brand? I'm out of my element. That's Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Gore Couture with the Carmen Sandiego right there. And you know what, Revlon? Because Carmen, she's got the hookup on the real makeups. She makes her own. She talked about it on a prior episode of Suited Up. If you weren't here, you missed it. You missed it. What else is going on? On the app Fridays, it's an important day. Thank you so much for the confetti. Fridays is a special day on Meet Me because we have not one, not two, not quad, but three. So not two, but less than four. You get three. You get three shows on the Meet Me app. The first one being Painting with Mia. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She's got the stroke action. If you've ever just said, you know what, I would like someone to not question me about why I'm watching my screen with strokes. What is the most appropriate way that I could watch that? Well, you could watch someone paint. Get your mind out of gutter. Mia is fantastic at it. She was on here the other week. She talked about her journey here to the States. Thanks for that crown. Thanks so much. That's at 8 p.m. Then also, we got two shows back to back if you want to bounce between them. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Two shows. First one is Try This with Donna Diamond. What does Donna Diamond do on Try This? She pushes it to the limit. She does dares. She does pranks. She's out here making a fool of herself for your viewing pleasure. She does a little of this. She does a little of that. It's kind of like being at a buffet. You don't have to commit to anything. You can just get a little of this. When your mom's not looking, you can put some sprinkles on your mashed potatoes. Why not? It's there. Just throw away the plate. You don't like it? Whatever. It's a little this, a little that. And you can see Donna potentially do things like trying sprinkles on mashed potatoes on Try This. At the same time, it's Get Fit with Allie and Ashley, one of the most groundbreaking squat performances you will ever see. If you say to yourself, how am I going to get my VidCon body? Everybody's talking about that. Everybody. Everyone's saying the greatest things. The greatest things. If you want that VidCon body, make sure that you watch Allie and Ashley Get Fit. They'll show you how to do the ones and the twos, the ups and the downs, the curls. Get them. Get them. All right. Then, finally, on Sundays, it's the show, The Unstoppable Idol. What is The Unstoppable Idol? It's Meet Me's talent show. Anyone's welcome to join. You just got to go through auditions. But there's a cast of judges who critique every week talent. And it could be singing, comedy. It could be a whole plethora that your whole heart could be content with. We're just throwing words out. vertical, symmetrical, penmanship. If you say it with enough emphasis, it counts. Luxury seats. Luxury seats. Unstoppable Idol is the luxury seat of shows. You want to sit in it, you want to watch it. All right, perfect. Now that we've got that craziness out of the way, let's talk about contests that are going on this week. This week, as an extreme contest going on, I don't know if I've ever seen a contest have the availability or option for more winners. So they are doing a barbecue gifting contest that's going on for 3 days. Each day has a specific gift assigned to it. Now, much like the avocados or the macarons or macaroons or the Suns, there's a gift rebate on it. Shout out one time to Meet Me for having all of these contests that give you your diamonds back or your coins back. How nice is that? So you can gift extra and you can get your VIP badge or something. So blow it up. Gift it up. Help your favorite streamer win. 60 winners each day. Each day, the top 10 males and the top 10 females are going to win a diamond cash prize. So here's your chance. You don't need to be a top streamer. Maybe you're having a good week. Maybe somebody's just coming in and they said, bless you. And they give you 1 billion corn cobs. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never woken up and said, I really want more than 1 corn cob. But this weekend you will. Go back for a second. You don't go back for seconds on corn cobs. Don't lie to me. You don't want 1 corn cob. That's not true. You want maybe the one. You might even do the halvesy so you can get more mashed potatoes with the sprinkles. See how I brought it back? Full circle. Full circle. This is entertainment. No. Okay. All right. So that's the contest this weekend. Other than that, am I missing anything? VidCon. VidCon's coming up, everyone. In fact, we're going to talk about that in just 1 second. But let's see. Food Fight, VidCon, Talent Team Thursday. Make sure you're checking out Donna Diamond. She's featured this week. You'll see her right at the top. All right, everyone. VidCon. Let's talk it. It's coming up. 7/11. No more details about the Meet Me party. Anyone? Anyone want to know more details? No. There's new things coming, and we've got it here for you. So welcome to the Backs, our first guest, technically, right? Newest member here at Meet Me, Miss Tabitha. Say hello to everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Miss
Hello,
Tabitha.
everyone. How's it going?
You're
It's
looking,
really
you're
here.
looking nice.
Kind of feels like an honor.
No.
Hi,
How are
everyone.
you?
All right. So I'm just going to get right to it. I have a very special announcement that I have known for a very long time now, and I've been wanting to tell everyone. As Chris knows, every week I try to get him to tell you, and it's just never happened. So
Never the right time. It's not
time. It's the time now.
It's the time.
As you all know, VidCon is coming up, and we are going to have something very special there. Your host, Chris Casper, right there, you see him? From Suited Up with Chris, which you are watching right now, is going to be hosting live from the Meet Me Gala on the purple carpet. Yes.
Purple carpet.
That's right. He is going to be interviewing you all, walking down the purple carpet into the Meet Me party. So, yes.
It's exciting. Yay!
This is going to be amazing. So, imagine, your typical red carpet. You walk down, you interview with Ryan Seacrest. Who are you wearing? Who are you here with? No, I'm kidding. But Chris is going to be doing something very similar, asking questions, and everyone is going to be able to watch because we will be live streaming it from the Meet Me app. So get ready.
Yeah, that's really exciting. So when should people show up if they want to be part of being broadcasted from the Meet Me official account? It's going to be basically like a speed episode of Suited Up, where we'll talk a little bit about people's experience at VidCon, because you may have seen a lot of people live at Playlist who each person had their own perspective, but it was noisy, it was loud, it was sometimes hard to know quite what's going on. So, how fun is it to have all of the people who are showing up to VidCon, specifically the party, to have some time to talk to everyone and just shout out and talk about their experience? So, if people want to be part of that,
I would say the party starts at 7, so you definitely want to get there like between 6 and 7 to walk down the carpet and get interviewed.
sweet. And there'll be tons of fun and
It's
conversation.
going to be so much fun. Oh my God. Talking about it every day at work has just been, I can't wait to meet everyone. I can't wait to stream for everyone at home so that you can be there with us. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. And Chris is going to be there, and all of the talent team is going to be there. So get ready for a really great time and get ready for some questions from Chris.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks so much for breaking that. It's always good to see you, and thanks for introducing yourself to everyone.
Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm Tabitha.
Hey.
I should have said that in the beginning.
We all know you from obviously Talent Team Thursday. Who could forget it?
I know I went a little too personal for Talent Team.
It was very special, and we all loved it.
You can see your comments, so like I was talking to myself for that good half hour, but
you rocked it. So no.
By the way, I'm Tabitha Q, and I basically produce the shows for the Meet Me app, and so that's who I am.
Cool. Awesome.
All right, well, have a great rest of your show. Bye, guys. Love you all. Have a good show.
Awesome. Thanks so much for doing that. Yeah, everyone, top of it. But please assist me. I know you have it in you, because I can see it already. So please, if you want to come to the Meet Me party a little bit early and have some fun on the carpet, who knows? Maybe I'm planning some pranks. Maybe we will do a strut off and see who's got the best catwalk. Maybe I'll forget what I'm supposed to say. Tune in to find out. Thanks. All right, everyone. So, one more time before we bring on our first guest, thanks for tuning in to Suited Up. Announcement: anytime that we have someone in the box, we, and by we, I say me, I keep focused on the conversation with the person in the box. So, any gifts, favorites, hellos, thank you so much for the crown, anything like that that's going on, I don't acknowledge. I've become a very bad streamer. So for those of you out there watching, don't do what I'm about to do. Always say thank you. Be polite. You know better, right? So thank you so much to everyone who's gifting, and thank you so much, Attitude, and everyone else. So coming on first, our very first guest. He's known around the app as, well, he's a special character. He's a special guy. I had the opportunity to meet him myself, and I'm so excited to continue the conversation. You might want to welcome our first guest, Mr. Daddy J. Thank you so much.
What's up, bro? Oh, I'm just trying to make it. What's good?
It's good. Everything's good. I'm digging the vibes here. I mean, it's definitely Daddy J. It's suited up and all.
Yup.
Excellent. But no, I think that's why people love you, which is you are always you. And so let's crack into that a little bit, though. For the people who haven't met you, for the people who are just now seeing you, can you tell them a little bit about who you are, where you're from, about how long you've been on the app?
I've been on this app since November of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been really good to me, actually.
Sure.
And I'm from Texas, Central Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that gift. I hate it.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you're from Texas. You're from
Yes,
Texas. Are you a lifelong Texan? Are you always from the South?
yes. I've always been in Texas. Always.
I feel like for people from Texas, they usually have a lot of Texan pride. Are you a particularly prideful Texan? Oh! Like let's take that stereotype and just really lob it, because there it is. Like, let's really lob that stereotype. No, that's awesome, man. To have that type of support for where you're from, that's great. So you've grown up your entire life in Texas. To just get one of the elephants out of the room here, you are officially the second highest gifted person on the app ever.
Yes,
ever,
sir.
ever. We're talking like close to 60 million diamonds gifted, which is unreal. So before we get
It's
to the sauce
crazy.
of all that, did you ever have any dreams of being a streamer or being in social media, broadcasting, anything like that?
Pretty much what happened was I got this app and was like, oh, they got live streaming on here. So I started checking out a couple people and I was like, hey, I'm going to try this out. And at first, I really wasn't digging it because, when you first get on here, you go live for hours and hours and you get like 2, 3, 4, 5 views. And I was like, Well, I started talking to more people, getting to know more people, getting more people in my stream,
Sure.
and everything went from there.
Yeah.
Like,
so you said it was like November 2017, yeah?
yes.
Okay. So, what was the original reason that you even downloaded the app?
I had the app. I've had this app forever.
Forever.
And I literally didn't know they had freaking live streaming on it. I just came across it.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, my first person that I ever went into, she still comes to my live today.
Do you want to name drop?
Yeah. Her name is Rider of the Beard, Taylor.
Nice. So 2017, that's like a relationship. That's a long amount of time. Because in the streamer world, I'm sure since 2017, there's a lot of turnover. So what has kept you streaming? What got you hooked into doing it?
The people.
Yeah.
And also, I'm gonna dig a little deeper. I used to struggle with addiction real bad.
Mm-hmm.
And this app has really helped me a lot.
Sure.
It really has. Because I live in such a small town that I grew up here.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody that I hung out with is still doing the same thing
Sure.
as what I was doing 5 years ago. So I use this as an escape. I know, as I say, as an escape, I'm always on here. I go live almost more than any other person on this app, but it helps. It really does help me a lot. It really does. It really does.
Yeah.
Like,
so when you say it's an escape, what you said it's the people. I guess what part of the people is it? Like building the relationships?
yes, I have made so many friends on here, gotten to know so many wonderful people. Like, it's crazy. It really is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know they had something like this. I'm about to cry. Like, for real.
No,
I'm serious.
That's good, man. I mean, it's made a real impact on you.
It really has. Like, it's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess let's take it back a little bit. Before it was what it was, or what it is for you, you said it started out slow. Do you remember there being a changing point for you, or there being a progression for you, where it went from no one's watching me to now I'm starting to have some people to talk with?
Honestly, what I tell everybody is consistency is key on this app. Consistency.
Yeah.
Not saying stream 100 hours a day for a year, but just keep pushing. Exactly. Keep pushing.
Sure.
Literally, You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy.
Hmm. Okay. So, so pushing, staying consistent, connecting with your viewers. This is all tapping into how have you found success on the app. Um, I guess outside of even the pushing and staying consistent, what do you do in your streams? I know that you're famous for something that I was trying to joke around about, but I can't, I can't really put, I can't really put my finger on it. Um, oh God, you, it's too smudgy. Can you see?
Oh, wow. Really?
Do you remember the first? So for those of you who don't know what's on my hand, it says Jet. Do you remember?
I literally had a picture. I had a profile picture
Hmm.
that I had Jet on my hand, and I got taken off trending for that.
Really? Yeah, because you've had some real success with this. Of all the highlight reels I've seen of people doing videos of people getting gifted on the app, I don't know if there's any battles more infamous than the Daddy J battles. Maybe the Daddy J versus charismatic battles. Those get pretty crazy.
One of my honestly, one of my best battles was versus Holly.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
crazy.
What do you do to gear up for a battle? Because you've been successful at it. Most people I feel use the battle tool as a conversation element, kind of like how you and I are talking right now. But what do you do? Do you tell your viewers, hey, we're gonna battle or we're going for this goal? What are some of your strategies or secrets that you do for battling?
I get them hyped up. Don't let me lose. That is a famous line that anybody time I battle somebody, they throw that in my face. They're like,
Don't let me.
just as Daddy J says, don't let me lose, guys. Don't let me lose.
Now, so is it just like peer pressure? It's like, you say hype up. Is it like a guilty love emotion?
I have no idea, bro. I really don't.
No.
It just happens.
It happens.
Oh, I've been whooped about as many times as I've won. I promise you.
Okay. So it's all fair. But you're still doing something right because like I said, you are the second most gifted person on the app. So if you were to look back and talk to yourself, Daddy J from 2017, what would you have shared with yourself about having that rank and being known on the app in that way?
I never thought it would happen. I
No.
never thought. Not in. I never thought I was gonna hit 1,000,000 diamonds.
When
I
did you hit?
literally June 1st of 2018.
Wow. So that's 25 days since you hit your first million. So since about a year ago, you've accumulated nearly 60 million of that.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So when you go live, is there anything that you mentally prepare yourself for? I mean, is there anything that you plan? Is there I mean, what is
I literally I
into
literally roll with it. I've done it since day one.
Mhm.
Literally just ran with it. And half the time I'm not even really paying attention, which I should be. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna sit here and be honest.
Okay. No,
I get
spill it.
I literally people tell me all the time, why aren't you paying attention? I get distracted.
Yeah.
Like very
Okay.
easily.
Let's not get you thrown under the bus though. What's that behind you? Because behind you there is something. So it's not like you're not trying. So behind something.
Okay.
So what is
I
behind?
am known I am known for a gifting board. That's what I'm known for. And this gifting board, there's 4 different levels. There's
Okay.
a 10K, 15K, 20K, and 25 for the top. It's got lights, it's got the markers. It's not called a slab Like everybody else says, it's called a slab. It's not called a slab. It's called a board.
Why do they call it the slab?
It's a joke. I don't know. But anyway, pretty much you work your way up. The higher you go, the more seen you can be.
Mhm.
As you can see, the people on the bottom can't be seen.
Now,
Well, they can, but yeah, pretty much, yeah.
all right. Well, no, I mean that's an incentivization. I think we're missing the mark here on one thing too. Is I think part of the reason that you do very well is you're a very likable person, and I mean that sincerely because I met you in person, and I didn't know what you would be like, but I'm proud to announce, and this is the thing that I really think is interesting about you is, and I mean this in the most respectful way. You're kind of just a guy's guy. You like to hang out, just chill. I mean, you're not really too into yourself. You just
And I'm literally, and there's people in here that have met me, and I'm literally the same person that I am on my stream.
yeah. I didn't really know what to expect, but you were just kind of hanging out, and I kept thinking to myself, I was like, man, Daddy J, he's a really chilled out guy, which
Facts.
is a good thing. Um, so speaking of meeting people, obviously I've just spoke about meeting you. What has meeting people from the app meant to you? Has there been any
A lot.
highlights?
I've made a lot of connections. A lot of connections on this app. I've made a lot of bad connections on this app, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
Some people that I wish I wouldn't have met. None of them are here, actually.
Mhm.
But we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, we look.
But, but I've honestly met some amazing people, from VidCon to traveling across the country to going to other places and end up meeting with other people. Like it's been insane. It really has.
Have any of the experiences been a highlight, or can you tell us a little bit about one of those experiences and what it meant?
Playlist. We're gonna
Okay.
put that out there. Playlist was. I have my doubts about Playlist. Not about the actual. I just thought there was gonna be drama. It was gonna be crazy. Like I just wasn't, and there was literally none.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was chill. Everybody had a good time. Everybody was there for each other. It was really, and we had a blast. Like it was absolutely a freaking blast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that freaking VidCon's just as crazy, like, or if not even more crazy.
I mean, it's looking that way. There's a lot of hype, and I think there's a good number of us who are going. A group of people who weren't at Playlist too, which is exciting.
Yeah, I want to see more people. That's what I'm ready for. I want to see more people.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
What
because there's a
were-
lot of people. Because there's a lot of people that didn't go to Playlist because they thought it was gonna be not what it was, pretty much.
a bust.
Now they saw that what Playlist was like. They were like, "Oh, we're going to VidCon. We're going.
Mhm.
We're going."
Yes.
So it's gonna be crazy.
Hopefully, I'll make it out okay.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's looking crazy. I'm interested to know who you are outside of the app. So I know you mentioned that you're basically the same guy on camera that you are off camera, but when you are off camera, what do you spend time doing?
Nothing. Eat, sleep, and go live. Literally.
Sleep stream?
I'm being honest. 100% honest.
How many hours a day would you say that you go live?
Anywhere from 8 to 15 hours.
So that's like working full time with overtime. Yeah.
I'm serious. Like I get stressed out. Yeah, I mean it gets, I'm not going to say boring, but you get burnt out. You really get burnt out.
Yeah. What do you do when you start to feel burnt out?
I don't go live. I mean,
You do
I haven't.
when you get okay, we came full circle. I'm excited. When you get burnt out and you say we're not going live, what do you do? What is it that you do?
Watch TV.
There we go. All right. Well, I mean, what shows do you watch?
um, whatever they're watching, pretty much. I really don't touch the TV too much. I literally just sit on TV. And what's crazy is like if I'm not on the app, like if I'm not actually streaming, I'll get on my phone and I'll watch people's streams. Like, I guess because the attention's not on me because I'm not live. Does that make sense?
Right. It does.
And you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
you you mentioned at the beginning of our conversation that you had never anticipated being a broadcaster or doing something in social media. Now that you've had a taste of it and you've had a lot of success with it, do you have any plans? Are there any goals, anything that you have in the works or that you would like to aspire to do?
help more people.
Yeah.
I like to push people. I'm not going to throw no names out there, but there's somebody in here that was in here that's wanted to quit 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
And she honestly just got her badge.
Sure.
And now she has a show.
Sure.
I
If you
kind of
want to
just threw her out.
specify, like, really
I kind of just threw her out there, but like literally, she wanted to quit 100 times. She was highly upset, and I like to push people. I really do. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are so focused on the badge that they forget to have fun.
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Like, what do you mean?
About the fixation on getting a badge versus the experience of going live, fun part of it.
Okay, I've actually seen people want their badge so bad, and then when they got their badge, they had no push. There was no push left.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Because they got the badge, they were like, okay, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much what I tell everybody is stop focusing on the badge. If you get the badge, you got it. Once you stop worrying about the badge will come. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing on your stream. Not everybody's going to get a badge. But I'm saying, I didn't ever think I was going to get a badge. I didn't get a badge until over 5 million diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And had been on the app 9 months. And it was only 200K whenever I got my badge. It wasn't even a mill. Like the requirements weren't even a milli.
Sure.
At all.
Yeah.
Like the day I got my badge was the day they moved the requirements up.
Mm-hmm. How do you if you were to talk about how the app's changed a little bit, what are some things that you like about where the app is at now versus when you started?
The app is totally different. Totally different. Honestly, I love that they brought battles. At first, I was kind of skeptical about it. Excuse me. But I love the battles.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason I like the battles more is because it brings more people together.
Mm-hmm.
It gives people a chance to check out other lives that they've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, definitely. It all speaks to that connection.
Yeah, more connections, bringing more people together, knowing who not to like or who to favorite.
Sure. Yeah. Well, right on. I like the things that we've talked about here. Now I've made a little bit of fun about this jet thing, but are you up for playing a game?
Oh Lord, sure, let's go.
All right. So, Daddy J, in the spirit of it being you, I thought, what should we use as a topic? How about things that you can find on a jet? Someone in the comments give us a letter. G. G was the first thing that I saw. So, Daddy J, honors will be yours. Things that you can find on a jet that start with G.
Gas.
Grandma.
Grandma? I'm dead. He said grandma. Okay, what else? He said girls, I guess.
Okay. Gadgets.
Goggles.
All right, like in luggage?
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. All right. A GoPro.
Gears.
Geek Squad employee.
Gum.
Give me that.
Gum.
You gave me that. Gum is a good one. Okay. Gin.
Glass.
Glasses.
Wings. I said wing. I meant G. I'm so done. I need to turn the comments off because they're messing me up.
We'll do it round two. All right. Round two. One more
my
time
head.
of things you
My
can
head
find
hurts.
on a jet.
G-wings.
First person to drop a love bear, drop a whatever. Someone drops something, you can pick the letter. If multiple people drop, biggest gift wins. Crown. Jenna, pick a letter. Z. All right. We're doing Z. All right. Would you like
You
to
go
go
first.
or would you like
No,
me to?
I went first last time, so you go first.
All right. Zip ties.
Zippers.
Zebra gum.
Zits.
Ah. Ziggy Marley albums.
What?
Bob Marley's son. Some people listen to his music. It counts.
A zucchini.
Does the zucchini start with a Z?
Yes.
It does?
Yes.
Oh. It sounds like one of those words that wouldn't start with the letter that it's spelled with. Okay. All right, whatever. All right. Another thing that starts with Z. I'm gonna use the audience one. Thank you. Zebra cakes.
I have no idea.
Say Zach Brown band albums. No.
I saw that. I saw that.
It's good. It's good. All right, Daddy J.
Why Z? Why did she pick Z of all letters?
It was a saucy letter that got the people going.
It did.
All right, speaking of saucy, everyone, Daddy J, I know a lot of people came here to see you, so I want to announce that while you were in the backs, we are starting a new segment on the show featuring hashtags. So each hashtag that I pick, I'll pick 3. I'm doing a poor job of explaining this. On my Instagram, I have posted a hashtag with a subject. Give me a story pertaining to the hashtag. If I pick yours, I'm going to share the story, shout you out on the next episode of Suited Up. So this one is saucy summer stories. Hashtag stuck. Yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, give me your best summertime story, wildest experience. See, I'm all stumbled because I was thinking about Zach Brown band albums. It's like a tongue. Anyway, visit my Instagram. Give me your best summertime story. Daddy J, before you go, number 1, you said you go live 8 to 15 hours a day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's not really a specific time you go live.
Anywhere from 3 to 5 a.m.
Eastern or Central time?
Central time.
Okay, so 3 to 5 a.m. Central Time. So if you're a vampire or if you can't sleep,
If
watch
you literally, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you want to watch someone live, I will be live. I promise you.
that.
I will be live. I will be live.
I like it. Is there anything that you would like to share or talk about before you go?
Can I throw something out there? Mimi will not let me favorite you.
I'm sad.
Look, I promise you, look, I will favorite you right now. But I will come in here tomorrow and it'll do it again.
Ah,
Okay, like literally, usually when I push the favorite button, it disappears.
it's okay.
Serious.
It's like I don't. It's like you followed me on Instagram, but I didn't follow you back or something. Kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Everyone, if you've enjoyed the conversation with Daddy J, if you want to check out one of the top performers on the app, one of the most recognized people on the app, go ahead and give this guy a favorite. He's slaying contests all the time. Daddy J, thank you so much for coming on, man. Really appreciated you.
I freaking love you guys. Everybody show this man some love. Y'all have a great stream.
I appreciate
And
you.
and Chris, thank you for having me on here, for real.
I had a great time with you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Daddy J. Hey. So yeah, I did an awful job of explaining that hashtag thing. But I want to include you all more in the stream. So what better way than telling stuff about you? Maybe I'll do jokes in the future or something. Who knows, right? So anyway, check out my next week. The topic will be that hashtag because you know what? Lazy show planning. Hey. Uh, all right. Thank you so much to Daddy J. Thank you so much for coming on. Our next guest. So one more time, quick announcement. I don't say thank you when people get in the box. We don't say thank you to gifts. So I appreciate everything that you do, but I'm sorry. All right. So our next guest is someone who is coming live from an entire different continent. Not the United States. Oh man, thank you so much, Daddy J. Thank you, my guy. Seriously, thank you so much. Our next guest has an awesome story. It's an inspirational one. He is an up and comer. As you know, every week we feature 2 top badges and an up and comer. So this next gentleman is his name is Rafiki, and he's doing something really special all the way. Well, I'm gonna let him tell you himself. Everyone, please welcome to the backs, Mr. Fiki, Rafiki. Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey Chris, how are you? Nice to meet you.
It's good to see you, man. How are you?
Sorry, it's a bit too bright, mate. Sorry about that. Yeah,
oh, no, it's
my
what time is it
yeah.
for you?
Oh, you have no idea. I have to wake up at 4:50 in the morning. Actually, wake up at 4 a.m.
So you woke up at 4 a.m. for this?
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Yeah, I had to wake up at 4 a.m. for this. Yeah. Oh man.
Quick shout out when Jer was on this live, he had actually taken off work. You're waking up at 4 a.m. That's some hustle. So
yeah,
I really like that. Thank you.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Rafiki, for the people who haven't met you, where are you located that it's 4 a.m. right now?
Hey guys, from everyone out there, I'm actually located in Kenya, East Africa, and this is where I was born.
You're born in Kenya. So how did you find out about the Meet Me app in Kenya?
So I actually am raised in Australia. So I was born in Kenya, and I moved when I was 9 years old to Australia. And while I was in Australia, when I joined university, I was trying to look for an app to meet people around my campus. Not Tinder, but something like Connect, like you talk to people, yeah. So I found Meet Me, and then usually just talk to people, and then I found out about the live section a bit later when it was developed as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, how old were you when you moved to Australia?
I was like 9 years old.
9. So
Yeah.
Australia and Kenya must be very different experience. Um, for those of us who have not ever been to Kenya, what is it like in Kenya?
It's a different world. Like everything here is not as structured as you think it would be, like as a Western country. I just recently moved here in February,
Hmm.
so I'm still adjusting to things as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so what people don't understand is there's a lot of things we take for granted when we're in Western countries like America, UK, Europe, Australia, like traffic lights. We don't have traffic lights here, so everything's hectic.
Sure.
But yeah.
Um, I mean, besides no traffic lights, I mean, what are some things that
Mm.
people on a daily basis use that you don't have access to in Kenya?
Hmm. We do have a lot of like same systems as America, but could you elaborate on that question, please?
Yeah, you said that people take for granted things, and you
Mm.
gave the example of traffic lights. Traffic lights, that's something I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
really consider. So, are we talking that there's no indoor plumbing and clean water? What level of difference are we talking?
Oh, there's a lot of differences. If you're like for people who live like out in the rural areas, trying to fetch water is such a big deal. So like how we take for granted, we just turn the tap on and we just pour water. Some people have to walk like 5-10 kilometers just to get water. So that is something we take for granted. Like even electricity, just turn the switch on. People here have to like literally charge their batteries or like literally use like lanterns and stuff like that. And that's what I do. My vision is to connect people from the outside world to what life is like in Kenya.
Sure. The part that you're staying in, how do you have access to charge your phone? Is yours a more industrialized area or is it rural?
I live in a small town, but it's still developed. So it's like the third largest town in Kenya.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is my hometown.
Hmm.
But I'm talking about people in the rural areas, and Kenya's quite advanced as you think, as not people realize. We do have something called M-Pesa, and that's the world's revolutionary, like mobile banking system, which is crazy.
Hmm.
Where I'm at is just like a small town, but this is where I was born as well.
Okay. Well, what originally caused you to move to Australia?
Oh, so I'll break it down. Like Kenya is a very violent. It had some violence. So in 2008, there was a election, okay, and previously there were a lot of robberies and stuff. So just being honest with everyone, I've been through a bit of robberies. I've got robbed, me and my father, and everything like that. So due to safety, we had to move to Australia.
Yeah.
So
Was that
and
was,
opportunities. So
what was the opportunity that you had to be able to move?
like better education. My mom was a pharmacist. She got a job in Australia. I'm actually from Melbourne area, Victoria. So yeah, that's the opportunity my mum got. So I was able to get better education and kind of grow my mind from being raised in Kenya and raised in Australia. My perspective changes on how like the Western world we take things for granted. So I was just like looking things. I was like, wow, this is a park. They've got playgrounds. They've got all these things. This is so cool. Like
Mm-hmm.
we take for granted. Like in Kenya, we don't really have like parks like where you can go for a walk because like it's quite dangerous. I'll be honest with you. At night, it's dangerous. You can't go around the park.
Hmm.
There's a lot of like interest, like playgrounds and all that stuff. We don't really have them. So
Sure.
that's pretty much it. So a lot of things there, I was quite like I was very happy to experience, and I got a really good education when I was in Australia.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
what made me move back to Kenya? All right, yeah.
Well, I'd like to know a little bit more about what your time was like in Australia because you said you recently moved back. So most of your life
Yeah,
has been
yeah,
in Australia. Um, Growing
yeah.
up in Australia, did you was it a public school situation or did you go to university there? What was the Australia experience?
So I went to a public high school in Australia. I also did my university in Melbourne. So I studied industrial design, minor in social entrepreneurship innovation. So that's what I really did over there. My experience in Australia was really nice because like I got to like learn new skills. Like I learned how to be a design student. I learned how to play soccer. I learned how to play drums. I learned like, all those kind of things I would not get the opportunity when if I was to live in Kenya.
Yeah. Okay. Um, what's the food difference? I mean, what are some of the dishes? Are they very customary? I mean, Australia versus Kenya. I mean, just keep comparing and contrasting.
Oh, Kenyan food is very organic. To be honest, like the difference between Australian and Kenyan food, majority of the Kenyan food is organic. So there's a lot of like stews, vegetables. But I miss my food. Like I mean, you miss Thai food, you miss Italian food, you miss all those type of cuisines in Australia.
Hmm.
That's something I really miss. But in Kenya, we eat a lot of like vegetables and like a lot of stews and soup. And I usually show everything on my streams. Like this is what Kenyan food is like. But yeah, it's a big contrast because it's very organically, everything's organic here.
Hmm. Okay. Um, while you were in Australia, you said you downloaded Meet Me. Did you start going live while you were living in Australia as well, or did the idea come when you moved?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually like started streaming last year, October. So I knew I was going to be moving to Kenya. So I was like, okay, let me start. Like I just found out about it and I started watching it. I was like, okay, this is interesting.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I started streaming and streaming and streaming. And I've been streaming since October last year.
Hmm. Okay.
I was
Um,
using MeetMe actually to talk to people overseas, like try to get understand what the culture is, or if some place I'd love to travel, stuff like that.
yeah. Why did you move back to Kenya versus staying in Australia?
All right, let's go a bit deeper. Okay,
Sure.
so I'm actually since I was born in Kenya, and when I moved to Australia, I wanted I had this thing where I didn't really know where I was from because people would ask you, where are you from? And I'm like, because I'm mixed Indian Arab, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm born in an African country. So that kind of confusion kind of got me thinking. So I wanted to come back home to Kenya and figure out what is it to be if this is my home, and like I want to get experience. So I want kind of want to challenge myself. So, and I've always wanted to work in the social sector, and this was my opportunity.
Sure. Sure. Okay, so you basically went back on a mission trip
I'm actually here to live
to
for a
live.
bit. Yeah,
So I guess
I
I
know
had
it's
a little
hard
bit
to
of
fathom.
misunderstanding. Then you said that you wanted to challenge yourself and see what home was like. So what was the
Yeah,
ultimate goal? What inspired that? What was the cause or the reason?
I actually also to move back to Kenya. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, yeah.
Uh, the actual cause is just like I kind of wanted to like be. I actually really miss Kenya, so I used to come to Kenya every 2 years just to
Okay.
visit my father. So yeah, I've got my grandpa here, so I just wanted to like come here and like have a new experience. I've always wanted to live in another country, and I thought to myself, hey, might as well go back to Kenya and have a new experience. So
Mhm.
that was kind of like one of my goals.
Well, let's do it then. Let's cut deeper. I mean, you're on the show, and so I want to make sure that
Yeah, let's
share
go.
this story because this is a really good, hard-hitting story, something that you share quite frequently on your Instagram, and I know that many people visit your stream. And
Mm,
why I wanted to feature you is because you have used me
yeah,
as a platform to launch what you're doing. So here you are, you're
yeah.
living back in Kenya again, and what are you doing with Meet Me now that's making this meaningful connection?
Okay.
Why so many people support you?
All right. So what I do, guys, is I'm a very humanitarian person, and I love helping people over here. I actually support a school down in Kenya, and using Meet Me as a collective, we were able to like have purchase educational products like educational tools so that we can like actually help the kids get a competitive advantage when they grow older.
Hmm.
We try and teach them French, German, different languages, because there's a big opportunity for using internet to learn new skills, because the educational system here is not as advanced. So basically is you pay for what you get. Do you know what I mean? So if you're rich, you pay for a good school, but if you're not privileged, you kind of get a low education. And
Hmm.
teachers are not equipped enough to handle all that stuff. So if you use technology, technology is actually a gateway for them to learn new skills and kind of like, how do I say, it gives an opportunity to like compete and get.
Opportunity.
And yeah, that means, yeah, sorry, English isn't my first language. It was Swahili. I
No,
speak two
I
languages.
no, I definitely see what you're
Yeah.
doing though. No, no, continue on. What you're saying is great.
Yeah. So like the main thing is what the idea of this was to purchase tablets like iPads so them they can learn the languages, and then later they can learn new skills. The main aim is to try to use technology to educate them in a way that they can like start solving their own problems, because there's a lot of this issues around NGOs coming from other countries trying to come solve problems for Kenyans, but you can
What is
only solve problems.
what is an NGO?
Pardon?
Used an acronym.
Non-government organization.
NGO. What does that mean?
Non-government organization.
Mm-hmm.
So
So,
like them people. So go on.
no, please.
Oh, so what they do is a lot of startups and a lot of things come to Kenya and figure out, we're going to solve this problem for you. We think you need this. But thing is, there is, if you educate the Kenyan people, you need they can have the opportunity to solve their own problems, and I believe education has the power for that, but you just have to provide them the right tools and guide them,
What
because like
motivates?
not many people, if you come from another country. Yeah,
I'm curious. Well, I'm curious to
sorry,
know what is the motivation to want to do this? Because many people are aware and know that there's third world countries or impoverished countries that are not as fortunate. What has made it so compelling for you to make it a mission to want to help change this in some way?
that's a really good question. I ask myself that every day, but to be honest, it's just a kind of like way of me giving back. Like I feel really blessed to have had an education in Australia. So
Hmm.
it's kind of for me to use my skills and what I learned in Australia to come implement projects here and try and engage with the community where I stay in my
Hmm.
hometown. So it's just kind of me giving back.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what it is. And I love Kenya so much. It is my well, soon to be home. So
Hmm.
I used to tell everyone I'm a confused nomad trying to find a home,
Hmm.
but I just do it because every time I come to Kenya, my dad introduced me to the school, and this is a school of orphanages. It's
Hmm.
an orphanage, sorry. So I can't imagine being a child without a parent. So I see deep in my heart like I would love to be a big brother. So
Hmm.
I'd love to provide like the tools and stuff just to give them competitive advantage, because I can't imagine this world without parents.
Sure. um, we've really opened up a big topic and gone in a lot of directions with it. I would like to have you speak on some of the success that you've had. So you said you set out on the mission of getting tablets for
Mm,
students. Were you able to do anything
mm.
like that?
Yes, so it's all on my Instagram, Fiki.19. We were once we hit a million, 1 million, we were able to purchase some tablets, and now we've already piloted, and now they've got like 10 students learning. We've got actually 30 students, but we only have 10 tablets at the moment. We still want to gain more, but every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we've got a new group 1, group 2, group 3. They all start learning they're all learning German and Spanish and French because majority of their sponsors come from Europe. So it's trying to give them an opportunity that if they want to go study abroad, this will kind of bridge the gap.
Yeah. So to make it clear, which what you just said is you, because of the people on Meet Me and their support, they gifted you.
Yes.
You were able to purchase 10 tablets to give to 30
Yes.
Kenyan students to teach them foreign languages. I mean, how do they have access to internet?
It's actually it's a mission. So right now everything has been donated from people around the world. So someone says, "I will pay for your internet. I'll pay for this." So the school has a lot of support from people around the world, and what I saw was an opportunity is like they're not learning any languages. So I was thinking maybe this is an opportunity. Let them learn a few languages to kind of make them have the extra skill. So it's a lot of community support from people around the world. And this is like I saw an opportunity to like connect people from Meet Me to my home, Kenya. So this is what I want to do. And hopefully one day someone from Meet Me or anyone out there can come visit Kenya. The aim is to kind of show how beautiful Kenya is and change the perspectives.
Yeah, that's so awesome, man. What are some future goals that you have? So you've hit the goal of getting the tablets. What else would you like to do with these students? Or do you have a bigger picture than working with this specific classroom? What is the trajectory or the line for you as far as goals go?
So there are a lot of other projects we'd like to start, and I'm just trying to use like social interaction to pay it forward. That's what I'm doing with Meet Me. There's one other project we're trying to work on once we hit our 2 mil is going to install water tanks in the community, because that kind of saves children the time to go fetch water, so they can just use it from one water tank and collect rainwater and then filter it. So that's like the main aim. That's the next project. In regards to the children, we're just trying to like measure the social impact. So we're going to check how long it takes them to learn their language for 1 year. And then from that, we're going to pilot other stuff like learning other skills. Right now, just try and get them to adjust to the technology because they've never touched such stuff. So just trying to like slowly implement that.
Yeah. Can you this is a question I hinted at earlier, but I really would like to hammer it in and make it very clear. Can you paint the picture of what this area is? How many people roughly it's populated by? Is it industrialized? Is there, you talked that you have to walk X amount of kilometers to get water. I mean, just how rural or impoverished is this community or area that you're living?
I'm living close to like a I'm close to the town, but we're talking about the community we live is unfortunately I do not know the population
Like
right now, but
1,000,
Kenya has
10,000.
way more. The population in this town is probably like 1 or 2 or 3 mil.
Oh, it's a lot.
There's a lot of
Very
people in
large
this place. Yeah, it's a lot of people here. So there are a lot of missions and everything going on here. But the reason there's actually, let me dial down. In 2008, there's a massive violence that election war, and this is what happened, and this is why those orphans became orphans because a lot of they lost their mums and dads. So that is what really like um gave me that motivation to like to work in this sector, and I want to do this. And I don't work, I just volunteer and I just give my time. During the day, I actually work. I'm supposed to be going to work at like 8 a.m. I'm a fiber optics technician. I help install wires to people's houses, connect Wi-Fi. We just recently got Wi-Fi in Kenya, so this is amazing.
Wow. Yeah, that was the question of how do you all have access to internet? So you're the one laying down the fiber. That's awesome.
Yeah. I work with a group of 5 people, and we like a team, and we go and like install Wi-Fi.
Mhm.
It's glad thanks to Vodafone. Vodafone kind of implemented that and brought it here to Kenya for us.
Excellent. Did you always see yourself on this path, or you mentioned that you have a career in technology, so I'm going to guess that you went to school for
Mm.
technology. What did
Yeah, I
you
did.
imagine your path being before all of this?
Before all this, I thought I might just work for a design studio in Australia, get married in Australia, live in Australia. But I know I felt like a sense of calling back home. I wanted to feel challenged. So in regards to technology, my dream is to actually work in San Francisco, to work where technology meets social impact. That is the dream.
Mm,
So that's why I thought, like, let me come to Kenya and let me see what projects I can work and help and help and help to see what positive impact we can have in Kenya.
mhm. Have you ever been to the United States?
Yes, I've actually been to the United States in 2018. My mom's brother lives in Minneapolis. So
Mm,
yeah, so that was a different experience. So being traveling to America and living in Australia kind of gave me a different perspective because America is a different place and there's a lot of homelessness over there, and I witnessed it myself. And that I was like, wow, this is crazy.
hmm.
So I've traveled a bit. I used to work as a bartender, by the way, when I was in Australia. So that gave me an opportunity to travel while I was working.
Yeah. Well, that's very cool. I mean, did you have any stereotypes about the United States before you visited the United States?
I just thought people were very stuck up, to be honest. But when I went there, I was like, wow, people here are so nice, so friendly. And I
Yeah.
made so many friends, just random friends. I went to like a volleyball court and no, a basketball court. I was like, hey, can I play with you? I was really intimidated. Like, yeah, man, come out, come play with us. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, oh, this is awesome. People there are so nice.
The accent. They're like, he has an accent, guys. Guys, let him on the team. He's got an accent.
Yeah, for
Anyone
sure.
else,
Yeah,
it
people.
would have been no go. But the accent, no, no, that's awesome, man. I've
Yeah.
had that experience. Um, so, anything else? You thought people were going to be stuck up? I mean, I guess overall, you had a good enough experience that you eventually do want to move back to the States. So,
Yeah,
that's,
San Francisco is a lovely place. I'd love to experience work in that sector.
mhm.
So yeah, it's just something I would love to experience. And like I've always believed in bringing something back to Kenya. So me going out to San Francisco, learning what technology can do and what you can implement and bringing back. That's the main goal, to bring back all these ideas and innovations back to Kenya. That's my future goals.
Excellent. I really like that. Um, what time do you typically go live? So if someone wants to see what you're doing, when do you go live?
Yeah. So I usually go and stream with my Rafiki family. They're like I call them the little ones.
Hmm.
10 a.m. Eastern time, like American time. So usually like my time, 4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Hmm.
So yeah,
And what do you
I
do on your
usually go
lives
after work.
with the Rafiki fam or the little ones? What do you do on live?
We just hang out. I kind of like show people what their contributions and what they've been supporting.
Hmm.
I literally sit there and tutor little ones. So I literally show people, and everyone kind of gets to interact with my Rafiki family, and like I just hang out with the kids, and we have like my Rafikis on, meet me, jump in the box and talk to the little ones. Just trying to create that connection.
Hmm. Have you
That's what
ever
I usually
considered
do. Yeah,
have you ever considered going into education?
education. I've never honestly. I'm just learning as I go.
Yeah.
I'm literally learning as I go. It's practical, but I didn't study it, but I'm trying to learn it as I
Well,
go.
I mentioned that because you several times it's brought up that you like working with the children and that you're doing this because you had an education and you would like to give back to your home, and you like
Mm,
seeing impact. I think anyone can tell you someone doesn't go into teaching for the money, and it doesn't
yeah.
seem that that's really quite what your calling is to try and
Mm,
chase the dollar sign. So I think I feel
mm.
like I don't know. Maybe in the comments they feel differently, but I can definitely see you in education. Maybe.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the motivation.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah, I'll try and check it out. But it's something I'm not. I felt like I'm not confident with, but I'm gonna learn as I go because I do work during the day, so I do have a job. So usually I do this after school, after hours, after work. But I didn't study for it, but I am learning as I go because this is basically a new skill to learn. But yeah.
yeah. Okay. Well, very cool. I like it. Is there anything else specifically that we haven't talked about or something that's important to you that you would like to share? Because after that, there's one last thing that I'd
Mm.
like to tackle talking about. Um,
All right, sure. Um, Let me think. I just would love to like have a little bit more exposure and like trying to get introduce more people on Meet Me because there's a plethora of a lot of people that can have suggestions and insights because I use Meet Me for a lot of things because I just graduated my university like last year, this December. So I like to connect and talk a lot about discussions, topics, and I find Meet Me a very revolutionary place because it's it's a place I seek mentorship.
mm,
So a lot of people in this app I've met and talked to, I get a lot of mentorship. And can I just say one last thing before we continue? Meet Me right now, my Rafiki family and people I've met have helped me so much because like I said, I moved from Kenya when I was 9 years old, so I don't know anyone here in Kenya. So it does get quite lonely, and this is a sacrifice I had to make to do all the good things I want to do here in the future. I have no friends in Kenya, so usually I jump online at 10, like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. It kind of gives me that social interaction, so I can talk to people, have fun, and then go to sleep. So I don't have to feel lonely. Loneliness is a big thing, but when you're a new person coming to a new country, it feels like it's people in my Rafiki family have kind of helped me adapt more and give me a social life.
yeah.
That's what really has helped me.
You're slightly touching on what I was
Mm.
hoping to get to, which is you are the up and comer
Carry on.
that we're featuring this week.
Yep.
So you're the up and coming streamer, aka someone who has unique characteristics, but is without a badge. So having a top badge is something that's of interest to you, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
Of course. It would kind of give me the opportunity to
yeah.
spread the information and show people what I'm doing here. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah,
go
if you
on.
would build on that, I mean, what does being a top streamer mean to you, or why do you think, for the people who are watching, they've obviously heard you talk about what and why
Mm.
you think having a top badge is important. What do you think that it would do for you?
Well, it would allow a top badge would kind of give us that exposure to connect more people around the world to see what we're doing here and kind of gain more support because it is a lot of effort trying to convince people, hey, this is what I'm doing. But basically, trying to be that new edge to show people how social interaction can have a positive impact. That's basically it. To be that type of top streamer, to kind of like, I'd love to be a top streamer because like that kind of gives me the opportunity to be like he's a Kenyan top streamer, so that would be also be amazing. But top streamer will be like in a way for me to like I'd love to like show people and like help people around the world to kind of like mellow down and kind of accept what they have and kind of make them more humble.
Mm-hmm.
That one would be amazing. To give everyone an opportunity just to like see perspective from a different world and be like, okay, maybe I should do this differently and like that. That's basically what I would do.
Yeah, I follow 100%. Everyone, if you have not given this gentleman here a favorite and you like the things that he has said, please give him a favorite. Can you drop your social media one more time so that they can keep up with the kids and the things that you're doing?
Yeah, I'll just type it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Fiki.19.
Excellent. All right. Well, Rafiki, thank you so much for coming on, man. It was been great talking with you.
Thank you so much, Chris. This is really, I was really nervous for me, but I do have to go get some sleep now because I got to get
Yeah,
work.
I
But
don't
thank
want
you
to keep.
so much for the opportunity.
No, pleasure is mine, man. I'm so happy that you shared your story with everyone, and and everyone had an opportunity to hear it. So yes.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the Freaky Family.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on, man. Good work. Good work. Excellent. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. If you just missed it, that's our boy Rafiki up at 4 a.m. to talk about the work that he's doing in Kenya with the children and how your diamonds a big announcement at the beginning of the show. I'm going to recap it after our next guest. So if you chill around for this final guest, I'll announce again. I'll also talk about the guests that we're going to have on next week, as well as one other piece of news. So on that note, thank you so much, everyone, for swinging by. Our next guest is someone who is a little shy, but I think once she has the opportunity to talk with you all, you're going to see just why she's so likable, why she's got her top edge, and why she's definitely worth checking out. So, on that note, everyone, if you can please welcome our last guest of the night, Miss Bree Bree. Hello, Miss Bree Bree. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are y'all?
I'm doing very well. I'm excited to talk with you. I'm excited to have you. Thank you for being here.
I'm so nervous.
No, you're good. You're good. I promise I'll carry the heavy load and embarrass myself. It's your job, and you're gonna just look cool, okay?
Okay.
Yes,
I'll
exactly.
just sit here and nod. Can I do that?
Nod, yes. Yes, perfect. All right, so Bree Bree, for those of or for the people in the audience who have not met you, can you tell everyone who you are, where you're from, when you got started on the app?
So, I'm originally from South Carolina, and then I've pretty much been in North Carolina since '01, and that's where I still am.
Mhm.
I am a military wife. I am a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, we've been stationed here for 6 years now, and yeah, hopefully stay here for the career because we love it here.
Well, check it out. So you said you're stationed and you're a military mom.
Yes.
Uh, so let's take it back. Before you ever downloaded Meet Me, I haven't asked this question yet today. Let's do it. Who was high school Bree Bree?
Oh, goodness gracious. Um, so we've actually done that a lot on my stream because a lot of people would not believe it.
Mhm.
So we've like gone through my Facebook and gone back to the high school Bree Bree, and uh, she was shy. She was bullied hardcore, which has led to the self confidence and the self image issues that I have now.
Mhm.
The bullying was intense to the point where everyone's like, "Oh man, I would go back to high school in a heartbeat." No.
Mhm.
Bree would not go back to high school. If you gave me $1 million, I would not go back to high school.
So it was not a good time.
No, I hated high school. I had lunch with my teachers.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So what do you mean you had lunch with your teachers? Were you chilling in the staff lounge or?
So basically, I took an apparel class, and
An apparel.
apparel. So I made clothes. Like I made my junior and senior year prom dress.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I hung out with my apparel teacher.
Your apparel teacher.
Yeah. I'd just go to her
Um,
classroom and have lunch with her.
Nice. Well, you know what it was is you were just very immature and you needed to sit with someone who was mature, right?
Yes.
That's what it was. Okay. So, high school wasn't so good. It wasn't a good experience.
No.
What did you do after high school? You said, "Wow, thank gosh, I'm out of that." Then what?
Right. So after high school, I went through my little rebellion phase, and I moved out of my mom's house, moved in with my best friends, just hopped around from job to job, and then decided to move down to Fayetteville with my dad. And once I got down here, I wanted to do something and actually get started on what I wanted to do, which is work with kids.
Okay.
So I started nannying and I worked for a summer camp. And then I met my husband and started our family.
Yeah. And when you say you got down here, you mean South Carolina, correct?
No, down to Fayetteville. I was born in South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
but raised in North Carolina.
Got it. Okay. Okay, so what's the deal? You said that you wanted to work with kids. What exactly did you want to take care of them, teach them? What capacity were you interested in working with kids?
Just take care of them. I am not a very smart cookie. um,
That's not nice.
well, it's true. I was just not good at school. It just didn't comprehend with me. Um, so just take care of them, just love on them,
Mm-hmm.
give them attention. It was my life. I loved it. Now I just, just can't wait for the opportunity to hand my two kids over because I am just wanting to strangle their necks.
Oh,
Yes.
dang. I have my friend from CPS right now.
Oh yes. Hello.
They would like to talk to you a little bit more about your feelings and your
Right.
children. No. Uh, what? Okay, so you said you met your husband and you had been working with kids, but evidently you never lost, is the right word, the tapestry touch? Because I mean, look at your shirt. I know that Meet Me Live shirt anyway, but right across it, it says something. It says the original Bree Bree.
Yeah.
So have you continued staying in the apparel world, or talk to us a little bit about that?
So I ventured away from the apparel just because it requires a lot of school.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I just said I just don't do school. I tried a semester of college and just immediately dropped out. I have just started using my creativity. And so now I make t-shirts, I make cups, I make signs. Um, yeah, a lot of people, they've gotten cups made by me. Yeah, I just use my creativity for that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily making shirts and dresses,
Mm-hmm.
but just making other stuff.
You've got a creative bone and you like to make things. So
Yeah.
you said you make cups. Did you take ceramics, or do you want to be an artist? What that
Not
on?
really. I didn't do any type of ceramics or anything. Quite honestly, like all it is a sticker on a cup. That's really all it is. Like I design it and then put it
Don't
onto the cup.
don't give away the trade secrets. That
Right,
was an
right.
artisanal piece,
Absolutely.
forged at
And
your
I
home,
spent time.
smithed together, and sealed with love.
Right, right.
Very exclusive piece.
Very.
Very.
Awesome.
And you said that you've made it for people on Meet Me. So who are some of the people that you've made pieces for?
Well, the first one that I did was for one of my favorite streamers, Craig. I made #CraigGang cups for him, and he did a giveaway. And actually, Audrey was one of the recipients of that.
Really?
So Audrey has a #CraigGang wine mug. Siege has a rhino cup.
Okay.
I've got somebody who just got a police cup. Just different people want different stuff. I've got a lot of people who want shirts. Craig's ordered pillows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just been crazy, and I love being able to do that on my stream. People have helped me design my shirts. Like I'll have an extra shirt just laying around, and hey guys, like help me come up with this design. Like,
Mhm.
what's a funny saying I can put on my shirt?
And then you'll do it. That's pretty
And-
cool.
right? Yeah.
Right on. So that bleeds into the question I was going to ask you is, what do you do on your live streams?
This I pretty much just talk to people. I bite my nails a lot. um,
Groundbreaking material is what you're telling
yes, absolutely.
me. Yeah.
I do my workout streams. Um, I have my joke wall. People will come and give me jokes.
Oh,
Yes, I have a whole
hit us
wall
with
of.
one?
Can you what?
Can you hit us with one that's
Yeah,
slightly appropriate?
Okay, yes, appropriate. Give me a second, Chris.
Okay.
Um, why does Stephen Hawking do one-liners?
Why does Stephen Hawking do one-liners?
Because he can't do stand-up.
Oh, Lord. Because he's dead.
Yes, yes, this was before he was dead.
Well, that's rest in peace, Stephen Hawking. Not tasteful. No, no, it's good. It's good. No, that's a good idea. That's a good idea to have the joke wall. I like it. You mentioned that you have a husband, that you'd started a family.
Yeah.
When did you download Meet Me?
So he was actually on he was gone for training, and I was just looking for friends, like legitimate, just looking for friends. I found the streaming world, and I had streamed before when he was deployed, just to talk to people, because it gets very lonely when there's nobody here. There is no dating life, obviously.
Right.
So you're just stuck at home with nothing to do.
No adultery out here, Bree Bree.
Right, right. So I downloaded the app and just talked to people and got like the stress from the kids. Like, just would breathe at night, just talk to people, have like quote unquote adult interaction as much as this is.
Sure.
So yeah.
Yeah, because I'm interested, as a streamer, many of the streamers on this app are single or omit the fact that they might have a significant.
Yes.
Whether or not that ever occurs to them is another story.
Right.
What has been your experience as someone who is very open that they're in a marital relationship? What has it been like? I mean, you've found success. You're a top streamer. A lot of people argue that you've got to be single and do X and Y in order to do it. What's been your experience as someone who's in a relationship?
I honestly just go with the flow. Like, obviously, if you look at my bio, it's streamer and huge capital letters married.
Mm.
Not that it makes a huge difference, because people still come in there with all kinds of comments.
Very respectful.
Very
Supportive.
respectful, always,
Very.
always.
Mhm.
So it just depends on the day. If I'm in a salty mood, they just automatically get kicked. If I'm in a happy mood, I play along with them, and just enjoy my stream, if that makes sense. But yeah.
No, I follow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously you're not here for that type of intimate relationship. You said that you came on here to make friends.
Yeah.
Have you had the opportunity to connect with anyone from the app outside of the screen?
Like I've got people that like I text and I snap. I have not gotten to meet anybody like in real life. But we're working on it. You know, I live close to a lot of the people, Austin, Foxy. There's a couple others that actually live here in my town that we are going to get together with, but we are all military being here. So it's obviously really hard to get everybody connected to get here.
Right. What are some challenges of that? I've heard of being a military wife before, but what does that actually mean or entail?
It's hard. It's really hard. Marriage is hard in its own.
Mm-hmm.
Add being in the military, and oh my word, like his first deployment, we got told on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. that he was leaving to deploy on Saturday morning at 5 o'clock. We had 4 days notice that he was going to be leaving.
For how long?
For 9 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So he had to prepare emotionally. We had to prepare physically, get all those paperwork, the power of attorney, the wills, everything together. We had our first daughter by then. Yeah, training missions, late nights. Somebody was just joking around the other day that military should get paid overtime because they work crazy hours, but you're still getting, quite honestly, shit pay. Am I allowed to say that?
You're fine. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. But go on with your story.
No, that's about it. It's
Oh.
just it's crappy, but we have decided, I say we, but he has decided that he's going to go ahead and do career. We're going to stay in for the long run. It supports us. It really does. We've got everything provided for us. We don't have to be worried about getting laid off. We've got health care. It sucks the thought of him leaving, but it takes care of us.
Is he home currently?
Yes.
Well,
he's sleeping. That's why I keep looking over there, because he's like right there sleeping.
Oh, sleeping. He's sleeping. He's like,
Yeah.
who's this Chris guy who wants to talk to you
Right.
at 10:30 at night?
Yeah,
Who's that Chris guy who wants to talk to you at 10:30 at night? No, Mr. Bree, we're on the up and up. I promise.
Right. Well, and people say that all the time. Like, how does your husband feel about you being on here? Like, you're cheating on him by being on here.
Mm-hmm.
And he pops on with me, and he'll stream with me. He used to stream by himself on his own account. It gets fun when people like try to accuse me of cheating or doing wrongful things to him, and my husband just pops in like, what?
Yeah, it's an easy checkmate. He's right here to speak for himself, so that's pretty cool. I would be very appreciative if you could help kick off this hashtag thing that I'm doing here. So I did mention earlier in the stream that I'm going to feature people from the audience who send me their best hashtag of whatever the topic is. So the hashtag for this week is saucy summer story. So do you have a best summer memory or something totally crazy that you've ever done in a summer, or something exciting that's ever happened during the summer?
So, not really my sauciest summer. I was like a prude growing up in high school. Like, didn't lose my virginity until I was 19. Like, I didn't do anything bad. But like while he was deployed, it was during summer. Our neighbors across the street have a pool.
Mm-hmm.
So I would put the baby down, and at night, every night, we went out to their pool and we just drank and we got plastered. Hello, CPS. Hello.
Not helping it. You're like, Chris, let me tell you about how I used to leave my baby alone and get drunk outside of my home and leave my child alone and unattended.
Look, my grandmother was always in the house, okay? We've got cameras all in my house, so I had constant eye on them. CPS, bye-bye. But that's my sauciest summer, is getting drunk.
Well, you got sauced. You took it pretty literal. You got saucy, which is fine. No, so thanks for continuing to incriminate yourself.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's good. Um, question I throw at every top badge. What does being a top streamer mean to you? What has it been as far as the experience goes, and what advice do you give to people who are aspiring or thinking about trying streaming or going for that top badge?
So Chris, you sent me those questions and I wrote down all my answers. Look, I've got my little notes right here, okay? Right. But I got to that question and I literally have no idea. I tell people all the time, I have no idea how I became a top streamer. I did not apply. Nobody on here has my email address. I have no idea how I got my top badge. I don't stream crazy hours. I'm just not like most streamers. I don't know how I got here.
Mhm.
Um, I
So,
tell people to just ignore the badge because it doesn't really mean much. I told people all the time, like, I don't really want my badge. I heard that there was a lot of like drama that came around with it. You get your name dragged through the mud. So I didn't want it. And then one day I came on and I had it, and I got out my other phone and was on Snapchat, and I was like, "Look, guys, meet me, Glitch. I've got a badge. Ha 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 ha." And it was like real life. Like I had my badge.
when was that?
Um, April 26th.
April 26th, 2018?
19.
2019.
Mm-hmm.
So not too long ago.
No.
Well, congratulations. Either way, I think a lot of people like you, so that's
I
good.
guess so.
That's a very good thing. Okay, so you couldn't specify any of the do's. Are there any don'ts?
Don't sell pictures for castles. Just I don't know. Don't sleep on stream. There's a lot of things that people do that they just irk me. When girls get on here with no clothes on, when people sleep on stream to get their views up. Is this what you're asking?
I don't know that. I don't know that anyone ever has gone, all right, guys, they're on their Instagram. All right, guys, check it out. Tonight, we're getting crazy. 9 p.m. tonight, sleep stream, be there, and everyone flocks.
But
I'm not quite sure that's how it goes.
But it happens.
It does happen. You're right. Also, PSA, don't sell pics, period. You'll lose your account. Okay? Yeah, don't do that. But I can think of some other things, like don't leave your children unattended. That's probably something because
Hashtag best mom ever.
Do you have a cup that says that? Hashtag best mom ever.
No, but I have a cup that says Mama needs a mother effing nap.
Perfect. I think Ms. Bree, are there any things that you would like to share before we wrap up here? Anything that's important or that we didn't have an opportunity to get to? Anything that you'd like to say?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that's all right. How about you tell everyone about when you go live so that if they've liked this conversation, they can come see you.
Oh, God bless America. So it's about to get crazy. In addition to all the craziness with military life and a mom of two, I'm starting a full-time job tomorrow.
So, you are?
Oh, yes. That's why I was freaking out about being on so late, because I start in the morning.
What time?
I have orientation at 11, but I have to drop my daughter off at school at 7. So.
That Chris Casper?
I know it.
What is he doing? Well, congratulations on the job, for real. What will you be doing? I mean, how'd you manage to squeeze that into your busy life?
So I'll be back at Cracker Barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing retail, which is again my creativity. I designed
The
The
kung fu.
slice.
The martial arts. You designed the karate chops.
Yes.
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 Got it.
So I will hopefully, if I can get things to work out my way, I'll be working there at night, and then during the afternoon, I'll be working on my neighbor's food truck.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. Well, I wish you the best. The serving grind is not easy.
No, I won't be serving.
Oh, no, not serving.
No.
You'll be karate chopping. That's right.
Karate chopping.
You just told me. You'll be karate chopping. Yes. Got it. No. Well, for those of you who want to catch Bree, since we don't quite know when she's...
That's right. Yeah. So if I can, I normally do a workout stream in the morning, which is obviously very boring because I don't really talk. People just go in there and they motivate me. That's in the mornings sometime. And then I try to go live at night around 7 p.m. Eastern.
Perfect. All right. Well, there you heard it. Everyone, if you've enjoyed the conversation with Bree, and you would like to shout motivational things at her while she gets buff, which if you check out her Instagram, what's your Instagram if anyone wants to check out some of your posts?
The original Bree.
At the original Bree. Boom, right there on her shirt. How about? If you want to check her out, make sure you give her a favorite, Miss Bree. Thank you. Oh, why is your name Bree?
So working with kids, my name is really Brenna. So it's Brenda without the D. And kids could not understand like how to say that. That's hard for little kids. So I went with Bree, and that's what the kids called me. And
do you correct them when they forget to say the original?
No, it's only the original for my Insta.
I'm just joking.
Oh, ha 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 ha.
Come on, yeah, I really would like to see that situation where a kid's like, Bree? You go, excuse me. It is Miss the Original. All right. The original Bree. Thank you so much for coming on today. It was great time talking. Go get some sleep.
Somebody just asked why my emoji is the cookie, and so before I was doing my workout streams, every time I got on my stream at night, I was eating cookies. So.
Because you're a smart cookie.
Yes.
That's right. Well, all right, good.
Thank you so much, Chris.
I had a great time with you. Thank you so much for coming on. Hit you with that Chris clap. Everyone, big thank you to the original Bree for coming on. I lost the tunes. I lost the tunes. My are gone. Maybe we can play it from this computer. Oh, I can. Bear with me. Oh, there it's back. Never mind. We've got our technical difficulties are gone, everyone. All of your troubles will go away if you just believe. There we go. All right. So let's go back over the announcements and talk about who's going to be on the show next week. So if you missed it, there's a contest going on this weekend. It's the barbecue gifting challenge. Every day, there's going to be 10 male winners and 10 female winners for a grand total of 60 winners. There's also a rebate on your gifting. Same way as they did with the avocados, same way that they did with the macaroons, all that kind of good stuff. So make sure that you check out, yes, those right there. So make sure you check out that contest. This is an awesome opportunity for people to get in on winning a contest or getting some diamonds back. Miss Tabitha announced for those of you going to VidCon, there's going to be a very special part of the party that is going to be broadcasted live from the official Meet Me profile. So you know how Meet Me does Talent Team Thursday, how there's that official profile? Well, they're going to have an official live stream going on, and there's going to be a host. There's going to be someone on there going up and having people talk. It's this guy. So if you want to do lightning rounds of suited up or practice doing a strut, maybe we can see how awkward things can get. I'm planning some pranks. If you want to be featured on the official Meet Me account, make sure that you come early to the VIP party because it's live from the Meet Me Gala. Come check it out. On that note, thank you, Meet Me, for the opportunity. I'm so excited to be part of the VidCon party in that way. Let's talk about guests for next week. Who's going to be on the show? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. Everyone, next week on the show, we have, in no particular order, 1 to be announced. If you'd like to be on the show, let me know. We had a last minute change. Someone named Trenton. Trenton is going to be on the show. Trenton is going to be on the show next week. Yes, Trenton is going to be on the show. And then another streamer, she goes by the name of Gypsy. So, if you are a fan of Gypsy or know Gypsy, if you're a fan or you know Trenton, please come by next week. They're going to both be featured. We're going to get to know them a little bit. Siege, you were featured. Oh, don't scare me like that, man. I'm like, it didn't happen again, dude. We have you scheduled on a different day. So next week we've got Trenton. We've got, to be determined is lit. We've got Trenton, we've got Gypsy, and we've got 1 TBD. So, everyone, I look forward to it. If you have forgotten, don't forget to visit my Instagram to get featured on the show next week with your hashtag Saucy Summer Story. I want to engage you all more. I'm really thankful for all of you coming to view. I want to share a little bit about some of you who don't have the opportunity to get in the box. So, until next week, everyone, my name's Chris. Thank you so much for checking out Suited Up. I'll be around on the app. Say hello if you see me. Otherwise, shoot me a DM. Much love. Until next time, have a good night. Bye.